What's up, guys? It's Corsha Lishell, and welcome back to the cookie jar. So I'm not going to do the intro for this video, but I am going to go ahead and jump into the content. Just a quick disclaimer: the first half of this video, where I started her hair, showed you guys the products that I was using, and actually sectioned out the hair, was deleted. So I'm going to have to do a separate video on that, and I will post that probably in about the next 2 weeks or so. But I'm using the Free Tress Water Wave hair. If I'm not mistaken, I use between 6 to 8 packs. I always say get 7 packs to be on the safe side. And for each twist or lock that I'm doing, I use 3 strands of hair. I also use a crochet needle. And prior to me actually doing the locks, I went ahead and just parted her hair out and did some single plaits, which I have to do a separate video on how I prep and prepare for my butterfly locks. But what you see me doing here in this clip is just separating each piece of hair so that it is fluffed out, so that we can get a big, beautiful lock, so that our locks can have all the butterfly wings. I know some of you guys are visual learners, and some of you guys are auditory learners, so I recorded me doing a couple of different locks. So I'll talk through the first one, and then I'll let you guys watch me do the other ones. But as you see that I'm doing here, I'm just going to grab a little loop, and that little loop is going to go through her hair. Yes, I got my crochet needle. And I'm going to place the crochet needle into her hair from the top instead of going to the bottom. To me, it just makes it easier to wrap. So y'all can watch me insert it in. And then I'm going to take that loop that's in my hand and put it into the crochet lock. Sorry guys, I was just trying to readjust the lock. Close the crochet needle and pull it through. Now I'm going to open up that loop, and I'm going to take her her piece of hair, like her braid, and I'm going to take the rest of the crochet hair and pull it through the loop together. Like so. And then just tighten it up. So her actual plait in this one did not have any hair added. That is all her hair. And so what I do is I take about 3 strands of the crochet hair and I start to wrap it. And you just take your time and pull butterflies out. This is really one of those styles that you have to do to get the hang of it. But it's a really simple style. And I just start out wrapping like faux locks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wrap like 5 times. And then I start doing the messy butterfly look. So just to show you guys again. Try to get that as tight as you can. And then once you get to like the 5th wrap, you'll see me use my thumb to do the thumb trick to make a butterfly. So you just take half of it and just keep wrapping. And I wrap about 3 times, then I remove my thumb and I go back to wrapping normally. You can do as many butterflies as you want. You can make it as messy as you want. You'll see on my other butterfly or my other locks that some of the butterflies are messier than the others. So you see I put the entire thing over this time instead of splitting it. You can do either way. And now I'm going to wrap about 2 or 3 times. And then I'm going to remove my thumb. And then continue wrapping. And I'll let y'all just watch me do the rest. This is a real-time video. This is not sped up. Some of the content later may be sped up, but this one is not sped up. So as you see, when I start to get to the end, I just grab one of the longer pieces that's left and just add it into that short piece, and I continue to wrap. So you see there's still a lot of her hair left out. You can either fold here and make it a shorter lock, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and wrap as far down as I can to make this a longer lock. I like to call this my butterfly lock bob, because I do it based off of the length of the client's hair with no extra hair or length added. If you want extended locks, then you would just keep adding more hair or get a longer length of hair, or you would add braiding hair to the plait when you're plaiting the client's hair. So right here, what I'm going to do is remove my thumb, and since I'm about to fold it to lock this lock in, I'm going to pinch right there at the very bottom and just make a loop and start wrapping back up. With this being curly here, it's going to lock around itself, so it kind of does the work for you, so you don't have to knot it or anything. But you just start back wrapping up, continue to do your butterflies as you go. And then also when you get to the end of the lock, you can palm roll it if you want for extra security, but you don't have to burn it. You don't have to use super glue. Just let the hair be your best friend. I did put a little knot in this one just to show you that was an option, but it's really not necessary or mandatory, because the curly hair will do the work for you. And you also see me palm rolling in and just kind of giving it some more shape and form. But this is what we are looking like after doing that faux lock in the first couple of rows. As you guys see with the parting, I part my hair just like I'm doing about jumbo box braids. I part in the U form. I do ear to ear parting, half up, half down. Y'all see 3 on the first row, and on the second row, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 4. Since these expand over time, you don't want too many in the person's head. I've also done the oval parts, but I kind of base my parting off of the client's head and the sizing and how they want it. So you guys see, I started in the back doing a row, and then I just started doing ear to ear oval parting. Loop parting, but made squares out of it. So there you guys have it. Again, I'll be doing a parting video separately just so you guys can see how I did my parting and my plaits to prep for my faux locks. Okay, so this time I'm going to talk a little bit faster. I'm taking 3 strands of a different color, which works out for you guys because it shows a contrast of the water wave hair and her dark hair. Again, I'm using 3 strands of that, and I'm just straggling them because you don't want it to be blunt cut at the end, and I'm just pulling them apart. Like, you don't have to make them afro kinky, like an afro big, but you do want them to be separated a little bit, as you see here. So I'm just going to quickly go over a crochet needle tutorial. So when you insert the needle, you don't want to insert it closed. You want to open it, and you want to insert the needle at the top of the hair. Just for this style, for different styles, you can insert it in different directions. But for this particular style, you want to go through the top of the braid, just because I like the way that it lays. And you want to leave your crochet needle open, and then take that loop of hair, put it into the open hook, and then close the hook. And then once it's closed, you're going to pull it through the braid. And again, take that open the loop, take the braiding hair, take the plait and the curly hair, put them together. And then you're going to grab them and pull them through the loop, tighten the loop to make a little form around the braid. This is going to ensure that it doesn't go anywhere. Bring you guys a little bit closer just so you can see, and this is what it looks like. So it puts the loop on top instead of on the bottom, and it makes it easier to wrap for me. Like, it creates a butterfly instantly at the beginning. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to repeat the same steps with this lock that I did with the other. I'm going to separate it. I'm going to take about 3 strands of hair. So it's really half. You're going to take 3 strands to wrap, and then you're going to keep the other 3 strands with the plait. And you want to make sure that the hair is detangled but not puffy. And you're going to start it like a regular faux lock, wrapping about 5 times and pulling tight as you go. So again, we're going to try to do it again. Wrapping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to put my thumb through half of it and keep wrapping. 1, 2, 3. Take my thumb out and just wrap regularly. Put your thumb through. 1, 2, 3. And make sure when you're doing color that you're staying close, because the natural hair can start to peek through. But you just repeat that same step all the way down. And when the piece gets short, you just grab one of the long pieces and you put your thumb through it, wrap about 2 or 3 times on the top of the loop, and then continue wrapping on the bottom of the loop. I guess I should have said that to begin with. And if you don't want to go through, you can just put your thumb down, wrap around your thumb, go above the loop on top of the loop 2, and then go on the bottom of the loop. Grab some more hair until you get to the bottom, and you just keep wrapping. And honestly, there's no right or wrong way or timing of when you should create a butterfly. You can create them back to back if you want. You can space them out a little bit. As you see, sometimes when I'm doing mine, I'll wrap 3 times, then I'll go back and do the thumb trick. Then sometimes I'll wrap like 4 or 5 times, and then I'll go back and do the thumb trick. But you guys see the butterflies are kind of creating itself. And now since we're at the bottom, we're going to pinch it. And then we're just going to create a loop to loop it back up, pinch it again, and you're going to keep wrapping in the same direction that you were wrapping before. Don't wrap the other direction. If you're wrapping to the right, keep wrapping to the right. And then you just start back creating the butterflies. And it's okay if you go over a butterfly, because you can always create another one in its place. And just like the other one again, to end it, you can just keep wrapping until you run out of the hair. I chose to knot it for the purposes of this video to give you guys some easier options. If you want, you can use super glue. You don't necessarily have to. Or you can just simply keep wrapping again and then palm roll it, and you'll see what it looks like. To me, I feel like the more butterflies or messy wings that they have, the prettier the locks are. But again, they do expand, so you may want to do less butterfly wings now so that they can expand and have more later. So your thumb is really just that point that's creating the butterfly wing. So once you wrap around your thumb, you wrap above that loop 2 times, 2 or 3 times, remove your thumb. Wrap below the loop 2 or 3 times, insert your thumb. Wrap above the loop 2 times, remove your thumb. And you just keep repeating that. Everything is math, so it's 1, 2, 3, insert, wrap, remove. You know, the same thing. Do it, get you a model. I hope you guys enjoy videos like this. I'm sorry about the angle, sorry about the lost footage. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, or if you don't, it's fine. Tell me what can be changed in the comment section below. I'll try to get out more hair videos for you guys. And if you do this because of my video, please send me some pictures on Instagram at of Corsha Been Style, or you can send it to my personal page, which is Corsha Lishell on Instagram. But yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your support, because you guys have went crazy over the feed and braids video. And I hope that this can be just as instructional or helpful for you guys. So I love you guys, cookie jar. The rest of the video will be in silence again, unless I feel like I need to check back in. But watch and see the final product. Peace out. It's your girl, Corsha Lishell, checking in and checking out from the cookie jar. So once I finish her hair, I go ahead and do her edges, and I spray some of this anti-itch spray on her scalp, which is linked down below in the description box. You'll see it in a yellow bottle at the hair store, but I kind of spray this on the scalp because it is huge and it is curly hair. You want to make sure that your client is comfortable by any means necessary. Just period. Okay, I'm sorry. Then I'm going to put some mousse, some foam wrap, whatever you can find or whatever you can get your hands on. And I'm going to apply this all over the locks just to kind of smooth some of those flyaways down, because we did expand and pull out this hair, so it is kind of frizzy. So the mousse is going to help to tame it. And then I'm going to take some oil sheen. You can use any oil sheen of your choice. And I'm just going to spray this all over the hair and through her scalp. When I did the plaits, I did oil her scalp with some argan oil, but I still like to go in at the end with some oil sheen just to add some more shine back to it. The locks for me, period. They knew. Corsha missed out on my baby. Let them know, sis.
Corsha missed out.
Book the look, $100. It's